Changing it up a bit. Instead of the veggie sandwich, we're going veggie wraps. Let's go. I was gonna record making it, but I'm a little bit short on time, but here it is. It's a special wrap. I'll talk about what it is later. Still has this baby spinach. Sorry, no muffle. Shredded, what is it? It's like coleslaw. Broccoli slaw, coleslaw, all kinds of slaw. And then pepino slivers, like 3 of them. Basically all green vegetables, some orange vegetables. A little bit of kamada sauce, which is like right there. And then just wrapped up in a special wrap that hits the numbers. You can probably tell, but yeah, it's real good. So what's a vice? Let's talk about it. See, we're not gonna talk about addictions. We're gonna talk about my definition in the way I see, the way I describe what a vice is. I'm sure if you go look it up, Google Dictionary, Webster's Dictionary, someone's official dictionary, it'll give you the proper dictionary style definition. But for this purpose, I'm going to talk about what vice means to someone who's leveling up, someone's on their personal development journey, for someone who's trying to become the beasted up version of themselves and needs all these tools to help them identify what's holding them back, what's keeping them from going to that next level. So basically, a vice is what you run to when you're at a low vibration. Make it a little bit more simple. A vice is what you run to, what you go do when you don't feel good, when you feel down. What gives you that quick, instant fix of, I feel better. When you wake up and you don't feel good, when you're thinking, you remember something that happened in the past and you're like, I'm starting to feel down and out. When you're thinking about something that's currently happening that you don't know what to do and you don't want to think about it, you want to avoid it, what do you go do? When you're like worried about, what's going to happen, it's like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I don't know what they're going to do. A worry, an issue, a compression, some sort of problem. What do you go do to escape for that quick instant, for that quick little while? This vice typically doesn't last very long. The satisfaction and gratification of, I feel better, doesn't last long. And more times than not, after you do it, you feel bad again for doing it. You feel bad for doing it, and then you still feel bad for that thing that was bothering you beforehand. So now you double up. You basically get a little lower because you were already low. Then you go do that thing that you shouldn't do, that you know that you shouldn't do, but dang it makes me feel good so quick, so fast. You do it, you get the high, you come down from the high. Now you feel regret for doing it because you're being compressed by your conscience saying, you messed up. There you go again doing what you know you shouldn't do. So on top of you feeling low, now you're being compressed by your conscience because you're getting in trouble for doing what you shouldn't have done. That thing that you do, that's your vice. Doesn't have to be one. You could have a few vices. Doesn't have to be illegal. So don't get it confused that it's a drug. It has to be a drug or alcohol or smoke or whatever. No, it could be work, it could be reading, it could be sleeping, it could be anything that you go run to that gives you instant gratification. Matter of fact, I think those are a little bit more dangerous because they're justifiable. People around you think, he's just working, he's putting in work. He works so much, wow, he brings in so much money. He's eating, he's probably hungry, he works so much, he's tired, he's taking a nap. There's nothing wrong with napping. There's nothing wrong with eating. There's nothing wrong with working. But if you use it as a vice, then there's definitely something wrong. Not with the activity, but the intention behind it. Why are you working? Why are you eating? Why are you sleeping? To escape? To forget about that thing that's bothering you? To forget about that thing that got you at a low mood, low vibe, low energy, low feeling, low personal rate of vibration? Then what's bad is that you're using it as a vice. It's your vice. That's what a vice is in my world, in this world. Finding out what your vice is take it. It's one of the important things that you need to do early on in your journey. And Because it'll help you, like, dang, it'll help you realize, wow, I do that a lot. Which then it's not, don't feel bad about that. Realize it, and then realize, like, what am I escaping? What don't I want to do? And then you'll start going down the list of all the things that you know that you should be doing, dealing with, handling business with, that you don't. You avoid really good by getting on your vice, whatever your vice is. So it's a tool to find, it's a really good tool once you find out what your vice is, because you realize, man, how often am I running away from, you've probably forgot what you're running away about. You don't even know anymore. So by like, oh, there's that desire to go do that thing I really like. What am I running away? Oh, so now I'm running away from this. Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know I was the very thing that you're running away from, the very thing that you don't want to deal with, you don't want to think about, you don't want to resolve, is the very thing that you need to do next, because you're avoiding it. The biggest way to build discipline is doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them. Discipline will reward you. Building discipline rewards you confidence, but you chop it by running to your vice. I don't want to. You run to your vice. That's why it's important to find out what your vices are, or your vice, whatever, whether it's one or multiple, so you figure out how often you're running away from that thing. You might not even know what that thing is no more. Go find out what your vice is. Sit there, get some burpees in, get some push-ups in, raise your vibration, and just be aware and wait for it. What's that thing that you probably already did it today? Because sometimes you're so just, you love that feeling, that high, that sensation of, yes, this feels good. Sometimes you don't even have to wait for something negative to pull you down before you go do your vice. You just like, fuck, I love the way it makes me feel. Let me go do that thing real quick. It's like, what are you running away from? Oh, this time nothing. I just want the high because it makes me feel, it raises, I know what it does. It raises me up. But I'm also going to use it when I'm feeling some type of way. But this one, I'm not. Even more of an issue on why you should stop doing that thing. Have it under control. Get rid of it or have it under control. Sometimes it's not something you can get rid of. What? I'm not going to eat anymore because food is my vice? I'm going to starve and I'm going to die? Well, no. But you're going to have food under control. You're not going to have... The intention behind food is not going to be to run away, to hide, to have instant gratification. It's not going to be your vice. You're going to get rid of it as a vice, and you're going to use it what it's for: nutrition, energy, survival. So the idea is not to get rid of the thing, especially if it's something normal. The goal is to get rid of your vices.